What's going on? Happy Friday. Listen, you know what? I have to give Miss Cardi B her absolute flowers. Listen, I am late. Well, no, I can't say that. Let me just say this. To be honest with you, I followed Cardi B's. I started noticing her on Love and Hip Hop. I noticed her talent on Love and Hip Hop. Okay. When that first album dropped, I've always felt like, Cardi can do better than that. So I didn't really tap in. Okay. I really didn't. Because I've always felt like when she was showing her talent on Love and Hip Hop of New York, when she was doing studio time, or when she would, just rap a little here and there, and then her bubbly, funny personality on that show. Can I say I always knew she was going to be famous for just being her, if you know what I mean. There's people that is just naturally has a charisma about them, right? It's that person that has that it factor and doesn't have to try hard to get attention from people or try to, practice their skit or whatever, their monologue or whatever, whatever they're doing that is in the arts. Um, I feel like she doesn't have to practice her craft or have what's the word I'm looking for? A gimmick, if you will. I can't stand gimmicky artists, people that just don't have a natural gift and they feel like they have to create a gimmick. And Cardi was always so naturally funny on Love and Hip Hop that I figured that, did I know that she was going to be really huge, huge, huge? No, I didn't know that because sometimes the people that I really, really like are really naturally funny. Sometimes they get slept on. You know what I'm saying? So, um, did I know that she was going to surpass some of my great um, female artists for that first album? I was like, really? No shade. And then this album came out. Okay, I have been smiling ear to ear, especially the feature with Janet Jackson. And what I'm talking about is okay, I got to Am I the Drama? I love it. Am I the Drama? You know, there's so much focus on Cardi B she's pregnant right now. Congratulations. I believe every child is a gift from God. There's no mistakes at all. And I know that people are, want to zero in on the fact that, but we're celebrating a person on her fourth child and it's not her husband's. Um, Excuse me. First of all, it's not our business. And um, the people that love her will probably say, thank God. And I'm saying this because if you have watched some of Cardi B's social media posts during that time with Offset, the heartache that this woman has endured is so sad. And I know that we can all relate to what heartache is. betrayal, someone that you love and that you would die for, or jump in front of a bullet for, can turn around and just, not to say that she felt that way, but I'm being dramatic because I've been there where I've loved people in my life and how loyal I am, and people just can just easily just write you off, betray you, cheat on you, talk bad about you, and you're like, what? Why? I would do anything for you. I would, I love you unconditionally. And you can tell during her journey with Offset, she has 3 children with Offset, beautiful babies. God makes no mistakes. I would say the only sad thing is the person that she created these babies with that just, speaking of betrayal. But let me go back to what I was going to say. See how I veer off? So much to say about this, okay? But so people are not really looking at this new glow up of Cardi, the whole picture first. They're so busy talking about we shouldn't celebrate this. They're not even fully divorced. Listen, I'm just happy that she's smiling and that this record reflects where she is. Bravo on this record. I love it. I feel like she really put her soul into this record. Um, I was looking at the Breakfast Club interview when that young lady said that and this is, I could totally relate to this in my own way, but let me just talk about her, what happened. She says, I'm the type of person, and I believe her. For some reason, I just believe her. She says, that's one thing I'm not. I'm not a weird bleep bee. Me and my sister, we're not weird people. Industry bees are weird. She says, I would listen to a young lady that's coming up, in the rap game or just in music, and she's like, oh, she's like, I love their music. I love your music. And then you try to usher them into doors for them to be opened and this and that. And she said girls that she supported and come to find out they don't like her, which is, which is nothing new in this world. I'm finding that out later in age. And then they come around your friends, but they don't like you, but they're trying to befriend your friends. And then to me, when she said this, she says, bees are weird. And then they are effing my husband behind my back. And so Lauren from the Breakfast Club, she says, oh, just, one girl, I know you can't reveal. She says it was plural, like it was more than one person. Girls that she helped support, talked about her, and then slept with her husband. I'm just like, that to me is just so disrespectful and disgusting. But here's the thing that I've learned in this life so far. And I wish my mom warned me. She kind of did, but it's like you just never know the magnitude of how people are so weird that they will give you your flowers, bring you flowers, actually pray with you. Okay? and will shank you as they're smiling at you. That's a metaphor, stabbing in the back, the side, but literally. And I'm learning this world. That's why I move very quietly, very hermit like. I only move with my husband and my kids. That's where I'm at right now. I know eventually I need to come out of my shell. You know, I will. I'd love to one of these days, um, do a, uh, in-person function with my subscribers one day. Right now my subscribers, haven't got a chance to meet you guys when I do lives. I haven't did a live, so maybe when I start doing lives, I get to interact and build friendships that way. But right now, I'm moving silently. Okay, okay, because I'm learning at 50 and in my 40s before I turn 50, folks really don't want you to be happy. Not saying everyone, but there's a lot of mental illness in the world. There is a lot of envy and jealousy going on. Um, it's just really, really scary. And I just, I get it. And I hope that she stays very close, you know, to her sister and only be around people that truly, truly love her. But I definitely go out and support her new album. I'm praying that her new relationship, okay, um, Stefan, right? I'm praying for that this is a really good dude, and they've been blessed with this beautiful new baby that's going to be, coming soon. But she's going to have a concert too. But yeah, she's going on tour. So I'm really happy for her, and I'm praying for healing because if I was her friend, would I have told her should she go into another relationship? Um, Probably not, because you got to heal. You got to really, But maybe this new boyfriend that's she's in a relationship with, maybe that is someone that is needed in her life. You know, a great friend. That's what I'm praying for. So let me just cross her fingers, pray that she is safe in this relationship, and that her and Offset can co-parent well. And all the things that I've said today, make sure I say alleged, even though she spoke about it in interviews. Excuse me. I love her Kelly Rowland interview. Watch that on Kelly Rowland's podcast. But in her singer Kehlani's on her new album, but I love their message. She says, "Now I feel never felt safe before in a relationship," and that's sad. When you don't feel safe, that is super sad. So sad. But anyways, you guys, enjoy your Friday. Go get Cardi B's new album. I'm wishing sis just happiness, peace, and I pray that this album goes diamond. Love you guys. Bye. And I hope that she has a beautiful, healthy baby. All her babies are beautiful.